I know it's not from this game. Who cares? I'll fight you. Good morning. What's up, you guys? Happy day. Happy Thursday morning, afternoon, or evening. I discovered this track yesterday. I actually love it. Anyway, hey guys, what's going on? Welcome in. We're going to be doing a pretty chill stream today. Going over about 30 to 34, about 34 selections from Zero no Kiseki. As always, really excited to check out the music for this series. Yeah, obviously it won't be all of them, but there's room for that. Of course, this is also, so as you may or may not know, it doesn't really matter, but just internally, I actually did away with the OST request here, but there are two OSTs that will still happen every month, for reasons. So Hydro here has requested, Trails from Zero, which I don't know. And I'm really excited. Now, I'll be honest with you and say that I definitely have bounced off of Trails. But I'm really looking forward to playing Trails in the Sky first. I think that'll be a really cool way to re-experience FC, which I enjoyed. But I think this modern approach to these games will be really fun. So I do anticipate also in the fall playing SC. I'll probably stream it, honestly. But yeah, I mean, I definitely have an intrigue in this series, of course, and I do really enjoy the music so far. So it's been a real treat to listen to this. Zero overlaps with E7 in the development timeline, so a lot of the composer style. Oh, that's great. That's really cool. Yes, Lilia is a recent convert. I don't want to take credit for it, but I will. And so today, we're listening to The Legend of Heroes: Trails from Zero. Composers Hayato Sonoda, Takahiro Unisuga, Saki Momiyama, and Masanori Osaki. The Trails OST journey continues. I'm going to skip Trails in the Sky SC and the third on purpose, as I want to wait for their remakes and request those instead. The most anticipated OST listen on my list is Trails in the Sky second chapter remake of SC for September 2026. I'm actually excited about it too. I want to play SC. Some Trails fans say that Crossbell Arc is peak. Your chat can decide on that. Playing Trails from Zero is recommended for those who finished all three Trails in the Sky games. This game uses the same game design as FC and SC, where the characters appear short. Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero 2010 is a Japanese RPG that follows a rookie detective Lloyd Bannings and his special support section SSS team, Ellie, Randy, and Tio, as they battle crime syndicates, corruption, and a sinister cult within the city-state of Crossbell. The game takes place in Septian calendar 1204, in the Crossbell state in Zamaria, after the events of Trails in the Sky III, situated between two warring superpowers, the Republic of Kavard and the Erebonian Empire. The Triple S is a group of police officers founded by Chief Sergei to gain the public's trust in Crossbell. We're going to check out 3 tracks in detail, and by that I mean just talking about some of the emotional cues and stuff. Geofront, Get Over the Barrier, and Get Over the Barrier Roaring version, which comes later. So we're going to dive in and have ourselves a time. All right, here we go. Starting off with BAFTA Game Noms have just gone live. Ooh, hold on. This year's BAFTA game nominations have been released, and the unstoppable Clair Obscur is the frontrunner once again. The role-playing adventure developed by French Senfal received 12 nominations, including Best Game, Best Music, Best Narrative. The remaining game nominees include Superhero Adventure Dispatch, which got 9 nominations. PlayStation 5 Adventure Ghost of Yotei, which picked up 8 nods, is also up for a top prize, as is the critically acclaimed adventure game Blueprints. The nomination of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle Best Game will likely surprise some players, as it was first released in 2024, but falls within the eligibility window for this year's Game Awards. It makes an appearance in 6 categories. Final Best Game nominee, Arc Raiders, is hugely successful, a looter shooter, which sparked backlash over its AI character voices, receiving 5 nominations. Despite missing out on a Best nomination, blockbuster sequel Death Stranding 2, directed by legendary developer Hideo Kojima, appears in 7 categories. Indie games Hollow Knight, Silksong, and Hades 2, 2 of the most anticipated and highly rated games of last year, picked up only a handful of noms between them. And medieval adventure Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, one of the first big releases last year, picked up 2 noms, one of its for its ambitious narrative and the other for lead performer Tom McKay. Expedition 33's 12 noms is not a record for BAFTA. In 2023, God of War Ragnarok was up for 14 awards, although it lost out on Best Game to indie game Vampire Survivors. The nominations in this year's Performance and Supporting Performance category feature well-known names. Aaron Paul is nominated for his role in Dispatch. Westworld's actor Jeffrey Wright appears in the Supporting category. Daredevil star Charlie Cox is nominated, with his castmates Ben Starr and Jennifer English facing off once again. Starr was seen rapturously celebrating English win at the Game Awards. Veteran video game actor Troy Baker is nominated twice. Indiana Jones, Higgs, and Death Stranding. Cox and his castmates led calls for motion capture performers to have their own category to recognize their contribution. BAFTA does not currently give awards for motion capture, but said the performance, artistic achievement, and audio achievement categories were voted on by members with career experience. Cool. All right, that's great. The very best. Okay. Cool. The full list. Nominated for animation, Battlefield 6, Death Stranding 2, Dispatch, Ghost of Yotei, Hades, and Hollow Knight. Artistic achievement, Clair Obscur, Death Stranding, Dispatch, Ghost of Yotei, South of Midnight, a great Arc Raider. Audio achievement, Arc Raiders, Clair Obscur, Death Stranding 2, Dispatch, Ghost of Yotei, Indiana Jones. Okay. Best game, Arc Raiders, Blueprints, Clair Obscur, Dispatch, Ghost of Yotei. I mean, I think Clair Obscur will probably sweep. British game, debut game, Blueprints, Clair Obscur, Consumi, Despolote, Dispatch, The Midnight Walk. I mean, it's just great stuff all around. I definitely think Clair Obscur gets all this stuff. Evolving game, Helldivers 2, Hitman, probably No Man's Sky. Family game probably goes to Mario Kart World. Game Beyond Entertainment. Okay. Game design. Okay. Multiplayer. Could see it going to Peak. Music. Clear Obscure, Death Stranding 2, Dispatch Goes to Tape. I mean, Clear Obscure, Hollow Knight, Silksong for me. The rest of these I could kind of take or leave. Narrative. Yeah, I mean, the usual. I mean, last year was so crazy. New intellectual property. Perform in a leading role. Okay. Let's perform in a solo role. Yeah. Technical achievement. Honestly, probably goes to art creators. Cool. Cool. All right. Interesting. All solid stuff, in my opinion. You got an AI ad after Arc Raiders AI mentioned. You know that the YouTube ads are specific to you, right? So it seems like you've probably been looking up AI stuff. Enjoy your lurk, Timmy. I don't know. Anyway, let's dive into it, shall we? All right, Zero no Kiseki. Oh. Yeah, that sucks. Oh, wait, this thing doesn't work. Hold on, I gotta fix this. Okay, so it's a different sound. I can see this like so investigative thing. Hey, Yoshi. Hold on, I gotta add the Nightbot command. That's nice. No, I don't plan on checking out the DLC music. I did my you're not annoying. I feel I did my Clair Obscure sort of journey. Oh, interesting ending. You know, that's really nice. I love the piano vocal stuff there. Piano vocal. The piano stuff in there. What I meant to say is that it's very vocal in the way that it's distributed. And it actually sounds like since this is the topic of this is kind of like detectives, I kind of picture, you know, like filing and like going through stuff and like navigating through like, you know, all the things about like trying to put like pieces of a puzzle together. It's very like kind of suave. I love pieces that are melodic. It's so much fun. I really like that. It's really chill. It's really chill. Now, granted, everything I listen to these days is also under the guise of like, would I present this to a non-gamer, and how would I articulate this as a piece of a piece of media that they can digest and consume. And what do they take away from it? So that's sometimes the sort of like, I try to look at it from that perspective when I listen to things. Doing those non-gamer episodes, which are going to be more prevalent on the channel. I think we're going to up it to 3 a month actually. Has really changed my own way of approaching music, which has been awesome. And I love those videos, especially because they allow me to also be a little bit more like broadened. I love that piece. Are you kidding? That's such a mellow way to start. Okay, Way of Life, opening version, while I fix this extension. Oh. Cool. Can you guys try exclamation song on YouTube, please? Okay. Alright, it works. Let me try it. I gotta fix it over on Twitch. Sorry, I forgot that I had to reinstall that extension. Is this the opening? Yeah. This is nice. Twitch, can you try it for me? Can you do exclamation song, Twitch? You go ahead, Tyraman. Yeah, of course. Hey, Quill. Okay, that works. Yeah. Yeah, actually, so it's cool because we take the quiet slowness of the previous theme and then we add the gumption. And it's the beginning, you know, it's the excitement of a new beginning. And I really, really like that. I mean, it's very anime coded, obviously. Obviously, the whole thing is anime coded. But the main theme there is, you know, I love that sort of jostling energy of getting into the action, and like, you know, there's resolve, and I love that. I love how pretty much the through line of that whole thing, there's no like necessarily like a pullback, or it's not slow at all. And what we have is this big arc where we just go from 0 to 60 with excitement and with you know, we're ready to do this. I like that. I love that kind of gumption, you know. I love that kind of like forward energy where it's like, here we go, you know, ba-dee-ba-poo, ba-dee-ba-poo, ba-dee-ba-ba-poo-ba. You know what I mean? I'm going to stop at nothing. I have a job to do. I like that. What's up, Biggins? All right, cool. Water, plants, and the blue sky. Also, as of note, of course, I'm listening to this for the first time too, so there will be tracks that I don't have anything to say about, but But I will definitely. I am paying attention. Just sometimes I don't have anything to say. It's a new me, chat. It's a new me. The other day I was talking with my therapist, but we were talking. I was like, man, what is my why? Thanks, Chinny. Thanks for the sub. What's my why? I think it's really important for people to have whys in their life. Why do you do what you do? You know, why do you do anything? It's kind of important. And I was talking with my therapist, and I was just like sort of rattling off. And I was like, oh, I watched my old video and this, and this. And I was like, wait a second. I just said it. Because in my first video, I say that I wanted to legitimize music and like shine a spotlight on video game music. And that's pretty much what I've been doing for 4 years. And I don't think it has to get any more complicated than that. It's the best job. It's the best job. I love talking about music. I love listening to music. I especially love video game music. Like, it's such a joy. I think if people want theory and if people want like deep analysis, God, there are some channels for you that you should go and check out. But if you want to like hang out and have a good time and curate and enjoy and just like have a vibe, like that's what I want to provide. Like that's what I'm here for. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know about you, but there was a period of time where I felt really like a pariah, where no one was talking about video game music like around me, and like none of my friends were into it, and I was like, man, I feel like such a fucking weirdo. Like, why? I feel so strange because there's so much good music out there, but people aren't talking about it, or everyone's talking about opera in my case, and like no one's talking about how cool music is, and that's really what I want to do. I just want to be like that guy that you're like, hey man, Marco likes music. I like music. That vibe's the same. That vibe hasn't changed. I've obviously had to play a little bit of the algorithm game for sure. But that's just the nature of the beast, you know. You gotta have to play the game a little bit. But hey Goku, what's up? Anyway, fun music unk. I accept that role. All right. Way of life. Oh no, I'm sorry. Water, plants, and this blue sky. Thank you, Lilium. It's great to have you around. Oh, there's lots of theory and analysis to do. But I think it's important also to like celebrate and pay attention. I love that. So you have a counter melody right there. And it's actually kind of a call and response too. And then we replace that. Oh wait. That sounds familiar. Also, there's lots of unison movement on the back end of that. Do-dee. And then see, then you get like it's almost like you almost get like a pastoral. It's kind of you know, when you're making the walk from when you're making the walk from oh God, what's it called? Grenell to Zeiss. There's this sort of like, you know, there's like green grass and stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's cool. Hey, Biden, what's up? Like it's very chill, you know, very pastoral. Like the sheep are there, and there's the bright sun. It's very, it's mature. It's got a rich sound. Roll it, yeah, I think. But it's very relaxed at the same time. But it's odd too. Wait, is my mic really loud? Sorry. It's odd too though, because it has a nice bit of movement to it, but it's very kind of sleepy. It's pretty. It's very charming. Scene of a street corner. This is like conversation music. I can picture the camera spinning right now. Yeah, charming. Super charming. CSPD, Crossbell State Police Department. Ooh, okay. Wow. That's really cool. That's such a fun way to use the accordion. You almost never hear it this way. What a vibe. That's immaculate. That's really nice. That obviously it's like you're in a place of business and there's movement, you know, it's busy. Oh my God, I really enjoyed that. Wow. I love that. Are you kidding? So first of all, I love the particular use of the I don't know, some sort of a mallet instrument. It's a. I wish I knew what that does. It say? No, I don't know. I really like the like sort of the percussive. God, I think that's my favorite so far because it has momentum. It's so much fun. Hey, Infamous, thank you. I appreciate that. Hello, Funny Music Man. Sorry about to drop a follow. Appreciate it very much. Feel free to stop by anytime. I don't think it's a marimba. It could be. But I also like how the accordion sticks out. And it's like busy music, but it's also like, I don't know, man, I really like the vibe. And then you get the little like piano accents in the upper register. Boom, bum, bum, bum. It's cool. I like that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Viden, I agree with you. With digital music, that's a lot of it. Don't care what instrument it is, as long as it sounds neat. I mean, I think like when we think about like the Philips, oh God, what's the name of this synthesizer that they used in the 90s for everything? They all use the same thing. But anyway, like it was so interesting to me how like when we think about music in games, like they were using the synthesizer. So like they were just essentially just plucking out the notes on the piano, and then whatever kind of came out. And obviously it all was supposed to sound like something, especially in the MIDI era. But it's interesting how I think in a digital time, we can be purists about it and be like puritanical. But at the end of the day, I think like ultimately, and honestly, if you ask most composers, I think really they're trying to produce something that sounds good. You know what I mean? Like, and I think this is one of the conundrums, I think, of game music, where it's like bad video game music. Is there really all that much, you know, like they can't, like, Bad music in games doesn't really exist. There are exceptions, of course, the classics that we know, especially if we're plugged into the internet. But by and large, like, there's no bad music in games. You know why? Because if there was bad music, then the game wouldn't sell. And we wanna say that the music wouldn't deter, but this is what kind of gets me grumpy. It's like when I define bad as poorly composed, like no melody, like rhythm all over the place. You know what I mean? Like I think that music is a part of that, and if it's bad or if it doesn't sound good, it doesn't matter if you're educated in music or not. You're going to be able to tell whether or not something sounds or feels good. Oh, thank you so much, Etsumatsu Guri. Thank you for the prime. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So I think it's kind of interesting. Like, but you can't really define bad. Bad is hard to define for sure. But what about games that don't sell then? Well, that's a separate issue, right? Because so basically what we're looking at and what I like listening to music like this is because I don't have the context. I don't really need the context. You guys have the context, and that's super cool, right? But like ultimately what I find fascinating is that like, oh boy, all right, I'm about to get into my soapbox. So the way I perceive of music in games, and I've felt this way since I started my channel. We should take the music out of context and listen to it for its own sake. I think that that's good. I think listening to music outside of the context is really healthy. I think it's important. I think it's helpful. I think it's interesting to do. That's because I come from a background of classical music, where I only listen to music, because music is what opera is, right? So listening to music for its own sake offers us a chance to listen to music without all of the noise. And by the noise, I mean the visual, the gameplay, the this, the that, and the others, right? Like when we actually listen to this, what does it make us feel? What do we think about it? How do we connect to it? You know what I mean? So that's really interesting to me, because video games, when we're playing the games, the music is on the back burner. The thing is, if the music doesn't sound good, or if we don't enjoy it, or it's jarring, that music will affect our gameplay experience, right? However, what I think is interesting is that there are people in this world that actually turn music off because they don't want to be influenced by it, or they don't care about it, which to me is perplexing. I cannot fathom turning off game music. But some people don't enjoy that. And so it's like, well, okay, that's crazy, but I respect it, I guess. That's a choice. I don't agree with that choice, but it's not going to ruin my day. So if we're irregular about it and we're normal about it and we keep the music on and it's a part of our experience, the thing is, the music actually, I find like, let's look at it this way. If the gameplay and the visuals and the narrative, that's all like a sponge, right? So we have a little sponge. And we take music, and music is water. And as you know, when you put a sponge underwater, it all gets soaked up, right? So the music fills the holes that the gameplay and the visuals and the narrative, which are perfectly fine as a package on their own. The sponge is perfectly okay without all that. But when you add the layers of music and stuff, that's when you get that density, right? The density in that sponge when it's full of water, that's music to me. And that's what's super important, right? So yeah, the sponge works. It's not ideal to have a dry sponge, but you could. It wouldn't be great, but it works. You know what I mean? You could. So filling it with water, that's when we get that richness. And that's when we get the weight, and that's where we get the texture. So, it's interesting to be listening to music this way and just having it on. Now, of course, in video games, there are some tracks that I've learned over the last couple months listening to whole soundtracks where there's not a lot of melody or a lot of rhythmic drive can get very grating because there's no anchor point. And when you're listening to something outside of its given context, ideally melody is actually what makes that better, in my opinion. Having melody is the path, right? And if you think of like a very wooded forest and you're like in there trying to chop down the trees, I think that melody, more so than rhythm, but melody is the path, like the someone has already been in there before. And so our job is to chop down the trees so that we can see the path and then follow where the path may take us. Which is why when video games do something, when a piece of music does something crazy, as an example, like Lost Odyssey, there's a track super chill, and then all of a sudden an electric guitar comes in and it's like, what the fuck? Like, that's cool because that is actually, oh, I have to take a right instead of taking a left. I assumed I was going to be taking a left, but now here I am on this path. I'm gone in a totally different direction. That subverting expectation is what gets us sort of pricked up a little bit, stand up on our hind legs, give us a little bit of a tingle in our jingle. You know what I mean? Like that's the magic. Not to say that following the path that we're already kind of seeing while we're chopping down the trees and learning about that path is bad, but it's fun when something circumvents our expectations. Anyway. I disagree and agree. Part of a good melody is rhythm too. Well, there's nothing to disagree about because without rhythm, you don't have a melody. So you're actually agreeing with me. I mean, sorry. What I mean to say is that it goes without saying. You can't have. Look, the building blocks of music, as you know. Hey, Junie, we're not very far. 4 tracks in. I'm on a tangent right now. The big thing about music is you can't have melody without rhythm. That's a fundamental part. I mean, rhythm, melody, and tempo is the building blocks of music. You can't. There's nothing to agree or disagree because you need rhythm to have melody. You know? Like there's no melody without rhythm. Melody and rhythm are hand in hand. There's now we can talk about legato. We can talk about like phrase, the way that phrases are being structured and like the way that phrases move, and some things are more rhythmic and some things are more, droning. Yeah, no, Enzo, absolutely. So like, I'm not disagreeing with you in a forceful way, obviously, but like a droning melody, if I do this, that's not a melody. That's just a single note. You know what I mean? I did plant my founder flowers. Yeah. Thank you for asking. Now, obviously that's just sustaining one note. There is no melody without rhythm. Rhythm and melody go hand in hand. What the composer's job is to then take those individual building blocks of music at a base level and expand and expound on them so that they present a story through them, either on purpose or on accident. You know what I mean? What do I think about the attack on percussion instrument versus the attack on melodic instruments? I mean, I think a hit with percussion is going to be more effective versus an attack on a melodic instrument. Because I mean, you can still have, and again, I'm not an instrument expert besides my own, but like the difference between and the glottal hit there is that's also a percussive, implosive movement on my chord. Like that is effective differently than like, obviously, right? So this is going to be more effective. A clap, which is technically a rhythmic attack on our hands, is going to be way more meaningful than or shung, you know what I mean? Like you're inevitably, because you're hitting a percussion instrument, even if it's a xylophone or a marimba. Yeah. So melodic instruments have a bit more options for articulation. 1000%. No guessing required. I would say that's probably a fact. Because it's interesting because a piano is a percussion instrument. Even though we don't associate it as such, you're hitting keys. So by hitting keys, now piano, obviously, when we listen to Chopin, or we listen to, like, you know, I listen to Chopin a lot in the car. Chopin is all melodic. It's all melody. You know, that's all melody. But again, the conversation is, well, you can't have melody without rhythm, and you can have rhythm without melody, but you can't have melody without rhythm. That's a building block of music that's fundamentally there, right? Anyway. Is a piano a string instrument because the hammers are hitting strings? You would think so. Let's check. Last I checked. Most people think that. Watch me be wrong. Look, here's a Reddit post. Is piano a percussion or string instrument? It's kind of both, but normally it's classified as a percussion instrument because the strings are struck, not plucked or bowed. The harpsichord, however, is considered a string instrument. By the way, if it makes you feel better, I was also originally taught that the piano was a string instrument, and I still consider it as much. It's both, and technically the strings are what makes the sound. However, it's often more helpful to think of it as a percussive instrument, which it is, because the concepts relating to sound making are much more transferable from other percussive instruments than string instruments. So, those are random Redditors, but we always trust a Redditor. All right, Geofront. I'll do a little bit of stopping and starting in this. Not excessive, but just a little bit. I'm curious to hear what I pick up. Oh, what are we just talking about? What are we just talking about? Do you hear how the percussive rhythmic portion of this is actually more interesting? And it adds more flavor to it than just but because we go boom chop, boom chop, boom chop. That's where the percussive energy comes in, right? And that's really good. That's cool. And it's interesting there because, so the flute, we have this dichotomy between the rhythm and the intention. So to me, the flute, the intention in that is like, oh, all right, I need to get focused. I need to commit to this action. I need to really, really prioritize taking a stand on this. And I may not want to, but I have to. You know what I mean? And the rhythm in that says you gotta go. You know what I mean? So the rhythm and the tempo are providing that momentum, which makes us feel like, well, this is it. Like, we gotta do this. While the flute, which is more melodic in its sort of nature, is much more like, there's a little bit of doubt in that sound. There's a little bit of like, okay, well, I have to commit to this. I have to focus. And then I just do it, right? I have to execute. see here now we switch, and now you got debated, bro. Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero OST listen. Brian, brother. Guys, I didn't sleep well. I'm a little spicy today. I didn't sleep super great, so I'm a little bit, and it's very drab out, so I'm a little bit spicy. Brian, bro. My workday is ending. I'm tired. Don't blame it on time zones, son. Just kidding. But I like how, you know how the first half of this is a little bit, I'm just teasing you. You know how the beginning is a little bit more dialed back, and it's a little bit of, we have two separate identities. Well, the middle into the end here, I did have some dal dakta yesterday. Oh my God, I love, any Indians in the chat? Bro, dal daktatka is so good with some tandoori roti. Oh, damn. Shit is good. But yeah, so this is actually where we merge, and now we have this unification, which is really great. You know what I mean? And then it dials back, actually, it slows down. And actually the piano comes in, and it gives you this kind of like, you know, a super listful, uncomfortable. I actually like this track a lot. This is fun. Ooh, Sag Paneer. That is a really good track. I'd say I'd play that for a non-gamer. Let me write that down. I'd play that for a non-gamer. Because I think it really showcases, like, I think it showcases motivation, and it showcases like intensity, and it showcases like commitment, and it showcases tension. That's a really good track. I like that track a lot. Now, I think it could probably do more, question mark, but what does that even mean? And I don't know. I don't know the answer. Hold on one tiny second.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh God, it's too many views. There's a video said, drama out of an opinion. What really happened to Marco Meatball? Okay, it looks like things aren't too bad. $95 stream. Hey, Arch and Paratrix, can you do me a favor? Can you remind me how you want me to you know, thank you for being here for so many streams. My ADHD kicked in and I can't remember your preferred name nomenclature. Can you remind me what your preferred name would be so that I don't accidentally say the wrong greeting? I would love to, because you've been in here in 95 tricks. Thank you. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. What happened to Marco Meatball? Thanks, Tricks. What happened? Fuck if I know. All right, let's go. Get over the barrier. Don't be annoyed. I'm going to backtrack, actually. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Let me just... That's cool. Sorry, I'm like really intrigued by this violin / viola here, because what it does is... Da, da, dee, da, dee, da. Hold on. It kind of appears out of nowhere because it comes from the bottom. So it comes from the bottom with the... With this... There's a sound right here. Yeah. They all start at the same like tonal point, the same tonic, same note, and then it kind of springs out. And there's also the piano, so it's cool because there's actually like 3 things happening at the same time, right? And then it swells. Ba dee ba ba ba. Right, keep going. And then I want to hear when the second. And then you have the cymbal, classic, right? Right, hold on. Ah, okay, and then that's where the peaks out. So it's cool because it basically just like, thoop, right? That's how it, thoop. Hey, yo. It goes, thoop. It's pretty cool. Hold on. And then it plays in harmony and in unison movement with itself, which is really cool. But I just wanted to listen to how it changes. Yeah. Isn't that interesting though? Because that's where so as we split into the harmony, it basically sounds like it comes from the same. So rather than being a separate, now obviously it's done on a computer, but like when it splits like that, that's also when we get the momentum and stuff. That's fun. Dude, is there a pause? Is there a version of this? I'm sorry, I'm going to derail this slightly. Is there a version of this that's live? Hold on. Zero no Kiseki. The question is moot because of course it is. Of course there is. Breaking the barrier. I got to be honest. The oh yeah, there's the concert. Sorry, Hydro. So there's no harmony. So that's cool. So there's no doubling there, which is pretty interesting because I think the doubling kind of makes it even more interesting. Yeah, that's cool. It's cool. I want like a that still didn't even satisfy me because I want like it's such a inspiring song. Maybe I just turn up my volume. There's a live version of Azure Arbitrator. Is there a super arrange? I'm sorry to be so pedantic, but like I actually really like the song, and I wanna. I know we're listening to another version of it later, but out of curiosity, Silent Devotion short version. Silent Devotion. Oh, this one. Silent Devotion. I see. So silent version is super range is pulled back. Yeah, a lot more somber. But it's really cool though. Trials from Zero Evolution, get over the barrier. Okay, hold on. This is like the sleep version. All right, let me see. Trails from Zero Evolution, get over the barrier. Oh, it's right here. Good morning. Well, I fucking love that track. That's really good. You know what? Hydra, let me drop down to the roaring version since we're here, just to compare and contrast, and then I'll go back up, if that's okay. Well, it's my show now. So it's interesting how this one's actually fully fleshed out right away. So you notice how in the first version, it kind of... Now, I do think that the first version is pretty cool because it has that really beautiful violin split. So obviously this one, because it's the roaring version, is a little bit more, rich and stuff. This one is a little bit... Obviously, it's a little bit, bigger, more full, which is obviously what's there because we have the full string section. Oh, there it is. Wow. I actually love how rich that is. What's interesting is that it's kind of sad. What's interesting is that while I do obviously feel it's like pretty motivated and inspired, da dee da dee da 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 dee da da dee da da ba dee da da dee da dee da. So like that melody, to me, it's like something horrible happens, right? Like let's take it out of the context. Like say something horrible happens to you. And then you have to like sort of like decide to be like, man, my life has gotten really fucking bad. However, I'm not going to give up on myself. I'm not going to allow myself to become sad and wander the world with anger in my heart. Like it's so when I say sad, I mean it's like hopeful, right? To get over the barrier. Exactly. What if that is the they were cooking. Well, no, it was where is it? It was mahogany. No, Mojang Moj. You know what I mean? So it's kind of just like a commitment to the self, which is really cool because there is sadness. but it also like we have to. It's like no matter how deep the knife twists, you can still pull it out and go, you know, and circumvent it. And I got a hat yesterday that has the anime, you know, the anime, like tension symbol. I don't know why. It's like I bought a hat with the anime like pinching a nerve. That one, Valk, yep.
The tracks that are at the top of the playlist are early game tracks, and the tracks towards the bottom are late game tracks.
Right, thank you, Hydro, yep. I also think that this particular version, because of this, it's interesting how very subtly, if you change the instrumentation, you actually change the context as well. When you change instrumentation, you also change the emotional impetus. You also change the emotional sort of gusto. So the first one is actually more, the regular version is more personal because you remove it. So when you add all that stuff, you know, the full orchestra, the strings, this is a much more of a galvanized gas, you know, like, yeah, Biden, you said a pedal on the gas. You know, it's true. So those subtleties are stuff that I hope that you guys are picking out for yourselves, because it's really, you know, it's important to notice, and fun to notice too. I love that. Yeah. That's really cool, dude. I really like that. Let's go back over to the original. I think we were halfway through. I know, so there's still horns in this, obviously. Oh, it's different, though. It's just less. It's less, which is good. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. It's amazing how much emphasis there is in power on that. That's cool. This is our power. Here we go. Don't worry about it, Mage. This is our power. Anime. Anime. Anime, 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 anime. You can do anything. That's fun. Yeah, it's definitely interesting to hear a fanfare that isn't ba 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 beep ba ba ba, which I actually hate, to be honest. I really don't like the fanfare of Final Fantasy. I hate because I've listened to it so many times. Like, it's one of those things where you're like, okay, I've heard it enough. Ugh. Yeah, you don't get fanfares anymore. It's too bad. Fanfares are cool. That was fun. I like that one. Special support section. Ooh. Hey, Labanza, RE7 was great. I haven't finished the DLC yet, but I'm gonna do it eventually after Crimson Desert. But I'm gonna play Fatal Frame 2 next week in the Monday and Tuesday before Crimson Desert. You know, I gotta be honest. That jazz organ, piano organ. I forget what the name of that officially is. Hold on, what is the name of that? Jazz piano name. Is it the collective term for techniques of jazz? No. It's the organ, jazz organ. What's it called? Is it the Rhodes? Is it the Rhodes? Jazz organ. Is there an official name for that? Jazz piano organ. God. I've never played any Fatal Frame, but I've always wanted to. And I asked for a key, and they gave me a key. And I feel... The Hammond organ? Is that what it is? Man, you guys are better at Google than I am. What the fuck? The Hammond organ. Can I play something without getting in trouble? Let's see.
How's it going, everyone? Jacob here. That and it's fat.
Oh yeah, the Hammond organ.
Major, but we're gonna be
the Hammond organ. Is that the sound I don't like? Is that the sound that's in Persona 5 that kind of grates on me after a while? I think so.
Everybody normal. Yeah. Pain in my heart.
Yeah, I just don't really care for the sound. I don't know why. Do you guys have something like that where you really can't stand it, even though it's like good? Like nothing's bad about it? Anyway, I liked that in this. Was it? Well, this is just synth, yeah. This sound. I don't know why I'm so like opposed to that sound. I don't know. It doesn't appeal to me. I don't know why. Anyway, I don't know. I have no idea why. I must have been abused by a Hammond organ at some point in my life. I don't know. I can't figure out why I don't like it. It's like something about that sound is frustrating to me. I don't know why. That's a Rhodes. It's an electric piano with metal tins. Oh, okay. You have like 50 neurodivergence in chat with slightly different foci. That's not Googling. That's the power of crowds. Maybe in a past life I was a Hammond / jazz organ player, and I was abused or something verbally. I don't know. Like I can't figure out why I don't like that sound, but like that sound annoys me every time. I did like it in here though, because you know what it has. I will say, in this context, it actually works really well to like it has a bit of like there's a confidence in that sound innately, which is kind of interesting. Anyway. It doesn't matter. That was not really meaningful and a meaningful addition to that. You know what's funny? I was talking with my therapist on Tuesday about like sharing and giving opinions and articulating them, and whether or not like that what my role is like when talking about music and sharing and music and whatever. And he said, I don't know if you guys were here yesterday. I'm going to say it again. It's definitely a hot take from my therapist. I love this guy. He's so wild. But he was like, Marco, don't be a glory hole. Anybody can be there, you know? But the way you stand out and the way that you share is by giving an opinion. You know, anybody can be there as a, anybody can be on the other side, right? That's not what you want to be. You don't want to just be a random, mouth. You want to have an opinion. You just step up from that hole and you share. That's my therapist. Goated. And I was like, you know what? You're right. And then he said, #no glory holes. And I said, you know what? That's right. #no glory holes. It really helped. Listen, I only tell you this to share. You don't judge me. I'm over here working. I'm doing the work. Okay? Don't come in here and criticize my metaphorical glory hole. No metaphorical, no or real ones. Don't do that. Don't #no glory holes. But I think it's funny, so anyway, I don't know that probably didn't contribute anything to the conversation. But what happened to the Marco Meatball is that Marco Meatball got really comfortable. And this is actually Marco Meatball. Marco Meatball is not a teacher. Marco Meatball is just a guy who really likes music, who chose to not go into opera, and he's actually a fucking degenerate, just like the rest of you. So don't act like you're high and mighty. Someone asked if I played Dead Space. I did. You can check it out on the channel. Dead Space and Resident Evil 4 are on the channel. I'm a good Christian boy. I'm not talking about politics or religion in this chat. I refuse. Oh. The shame was shed. The shame was shed along with the hair. That's interesting. So because it's slightly out of tune, so it actually feels like church bells. Also, we lost like 5 people on the glory hole conversation, by the way. They weren't ready. Yo, Stork, what's up? Yeah. Wow. For glory. Oh. I like how, you know, it's interesting because that's comfortable and relaxing and also has a lot of like momentum and zhuzh to it. It's really nice. It's passive. It's, again, very like pulled back and very relaxed. And you know what? I got to stop streaming without having showered because I literally wore these exact clothes yesterday. This is the second day in a row I've worn the exact same outfit. Thank God not everybody watches everything. Because if you watched everything I did, you would realize that sometimes I don't shower. What do you mean nasty? What do you mean nasty? I'm bald. I don't have to shower all the time. That's bullshit. Self-snitch. Bruh. Anyway. ADHD is a hell of a... on the green road. Oh, wait. You know what? This is interesting. I gotta say, I tuned out about halfway through. I'm gonna be honest with you. Enjoyable, yes. Tune out, yes, great theme to have on while doing other things. Don't be mad at me. However, that being said, what really caught me off guard was the end. This part was nice. What the fuck? There's random harpsichord in here. I'm so sorry for not noticing it because it sounded so lovely. I was like, okay, this is nice. Like, you know, I can't have my brain on there all the time. But then all of a sudden I'm like, wait a second. At the very end, I go, wait a second, there's a whole harpsichord. I mean, so that's actually cool because there's actually a call and response. It's fine. It's a fine track, but it's interesting how it's a call and response with the Hammond organ and the harpsichord, which is actually really unique. Really unique. That's cool. I like that. I got caught in 3D. I'm sorry. Anyway, I like that. I mean, again, it's fine. You know, I'm not gonna have an opinion on every single piece, but I mean, like, I think it's cool. That was a vibe. Lemonade in hand. Oh, now see, that's. Wow. Hephaestus, yes. Tomorrow, yeah. Yes. I have to get up at 5:30 to be here at 7. Yes. You know what? This feels kind of like a love song. It feels like reassuring a small child, doesn't it? So it starts kind of chill, quiet piano, like low key, not piano, like the instrument, but piano, like kind of quiet. And then as it increases, it's almost like, come on, kid, come on. Like there's reassurance in that sound, isn't it? It's kind of fun. Come on. You know what I mean? You can do this. I believe in yourself. You know what I mean? It's cool. Arrest the criminal. Okay. Not the Hammond organ! Oh. Just teasing. Isn't it cool? Wait. Isn't it cool? Isn't it cool how when you hear it fills out the so what's cool about rhythm sometimes and like accentation like that is that there's this, you know, obviously there's the over top layer, the through line, and then the the boom, da, 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 that fills out the space and it enriches it, right? It's kind of cool because like it kind of, so you have the top thing here, then we have the thing down here, right? And so the two things exist like it's a sandwich, right? And then there's like some meat in the center. But like you got this part up here, which is the big melody. And then under here you have the da, 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 da. Those two things come together and the rest of it kind of fits in that layer. But it's cool because the da, da, da actually fills out it fills it out. It's cool. If I post a new Eva, I will as soon as this is over. Hey, Jacques! Yeah, it's cool. I like a little bit of there's a lot of push and pull in there, which is fun. A lot of nice tension as well. Yeah, I'll post a new Eva episode. Well, you know what? I'll while we listen to the next track, I'll upload it right now. The Wind from Liberal. Oh, this is that one track, right? Is this playing every game? No way, Estelle shows up. This is very nice. Da ra di da di da, sha di da di da, ro di da di da di, sha da di da do, da di da di da, sha di da di. You know what's funny? Chat, I want to tell you a secret. So when I was thinking to myself, like, why are there 15 games or however many games? I was, you know what I thought? This is embarrassing. I thought that Estelle and Joshua it was all of their grandchildren. And it was just like Estelle, the first like 3 games are about Estelle and Joshua like getting married and having children and all the trials and tribulations of their relationship. And then the rest of the arc is just like their children and their children's children's and their children's 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 children's. That's the entire plot of Trails. I don't know if that's true. But I just assumed. Is this a piece of classical piece? Is this a piece of classical? I mean, if it was performed with a live orchestra, which it could be done, then theoretically I would say yes, it would be technically a piece of classical music. Not classical, the time period, of course, because we know that the classical time period was a very specific time period, dates to be Googled that I can't remember off the top of my head because that's not the type of hyperfocus I have. And, you missed it? Man, somehow after asking for an open reaction stream for so long, I somehow managed to completely miss it. Any chance for another one soon? I'm doing well, Bitch Camp. How are you? We decided on the second we decided on the second Wednesday of every month, just so that there's nice flow. People get hyped up for it. It's an event. I felt yesterday was a wonderful event for those of you that joined it. I felt like it was a real community gathering. We had a good time, lots of laughs, lots of good music, really good music yesterday. I could theoretically even bump it to twice a month, but the problem, it's a bit of a push and pull. I'm a YouTuber first and a streamer second, but I absolutely wholeheartedly love streaming. I love talking to people. I love talking to all you guys. Like everyone that comes in here that's nice, friendly, funny, a little bit of banter back and forth. Like I could not ask for a better job. Like I could do this for the rest of my life and have a great time. Like so much fun. So for me, it's hard because streaming is not my main focus, right? It's always about like making content, and actually we're sort of soft rebooting the channel a little bit, many more non-gamer videos, and then we're trying to find other things that we can kind of lean into. The live portion actually will become more important because the live portion will be where we explore more music, in some ways, maybe not. I don't know. It hasn't manifested yet. We're working on it with me and my strategist, but essentially like the streaming aspect is so much fun. So I'm hesitant to be like, yeah, I do want to do more community streams because they're fun as hell, but also it's hard because I have these streams twice a month now. I want to play video games because I'm so sick and tired, and I really made a change 2 years ago, not to derail us too hard, but there's no point in talking about music if you're not also playing games, in my opinion. There's no point on being like, oh, I'm going to talk about music, but then I'm not going to play games. Like, it doesn't serve a purpose. And I'm a gamer. Like, I was an opera singer second. I've always been. I was a gamer first. I brought my PlayStation everywhere with me. I always traveled with a console. Even in France, I brought my PlayStation so that I wouldn't be alone. And gaming has been such a major part of my life that I can't imagine talking about music and then not like even this, like, okay, look, I wasn't crazy about Trails in this, like Trails as a series. Like it didn't grip me as much as I wanted it to. So I ended up putting it down. I will play first and I do want to play second. And I will play third, like, cause it seems really fun. The updated stuff seems excellent. The like 15 minutes I played of the first. So the idea of like not having a frame of reference is silly. So I love to stream. I really do. But I'm also one person, and I also have to pay my bills and also make videos that I think are compelling and interesting. That aren't like I'm just like phoning it in because that sucks. So there's a real balance there, and I haven't found the answer. But so I'd love to do more. I really would, because the YouTube channel is built on its community, and I want people to feel like, hey, this is a cool place to come and hang out. So that more people come and hang out on stream. But so anyway, long story short, I think about this all the time. But for now, we'll keep it to one Wednesday, the second Wednesday of every month. No, you're fine. Videos are not taken from streams, no. Amy and I. It's your birthday? Chad, I'm so sorry. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. You tell me one streamer that sings happy birthday to their chat, and I'll give you $5. Not actually. Well, I guess me, but... I love how cute this is. It's cute that I immediately knew that it's the theme of Estelle, too. Isn't that fun? That's fun. I like that. Crossing the Iron Bridge. Also, I've been yapping hard. 1 hour and 30. We have 20 tracks. Or no, we have 15, 16, 17, 14 plus. Yeah, we have more tracks. A lot more tracks. That's unique. That's Joshua's theme? Oh, my bad. Sorry. I love the use of the accordion in all of this. It's so much fun. Again, really rare too. It's just not common. It's just not. It's not done. She does, Mage. That's cool. Oh, I love that. Listen to that cute little phrase, though. So, first of all, obviously, this is, of course, I hate that I always find the most replayed section as my favorite, but listen to this. Oh, wait, I went too far forward. Listen to this. This is fun. Yeah, that's charming. Perhaps it's a reason why it's the most replayed. It's true. Formidable enemy. Oh my god, I had an audition today for the first time in years. It's probably the first audition I've had in like 6 months. And I had to do like, so, yes, the clouds part and the seas. I doubt I'll book, but I haven't done an audition in a while. Jesus. See how important like a motivic. So all this is preamble. Again, most replayed part that makes sense. So you hear how this is all like kind of preamble. So what this is this is the, well, I'm actually curious to see how this ends. But you see how this is all like a build to the climax, and then either we sustain that climax to the end, or we go up and then we go down, and it's pretty fun because you actually have a little bit of a lift here. Ba ba beep ba. Right? Just a slight lift. Oh! Ba-be-da-dee-da-da. Sha-da-da-dee-da-dee-da-da-da-da, sha-da-da-dee-da-da-da-da-da. Now, it's interesting. I don't know that I like that more than some of the harder East tracks, because East tracks go pretty hard, admittedly. East tracks really show up in a big way. I do think that this was definitely formidable in its sound, and it definitely has this like there's a lot of like violence and rage behind it, you know what I mean? And it is that feeling of tension is really satisfying. I don't know if I like it more than some of the Yeast tracks I've heard. Man, Yeast is seriously underrated. Wait, if you guys like Falcom, do you also like Yeast? Or is Yeast a separate and you just haven't really played it because you've played this? Since they're both Falcom, I'm kind of curious if you have any crossover yourselves. Stand up battle formation again. Wow. I didn't like 10 as much as I thought I would. 10 felt a little bit shallow. Like I was like 10 hours in and I was like, okay, I think I'm good. Like I think I'm done. It didn't hit as much as 8. And I'm excited to play 3. You're playing 7 right now? Okay, see, as an example, I like this actually much more than the previous one, even though the previous one was good too. You only play turn-based? That's fair. You should play Monster Hunter Stories 3. It's fun. Oath and Felghana, yeah, I know. 8 is so good, by the way. I mean, of course, the overarching story of Trails is one of a kind, for better or for worse. I mean, there's barriers to entry, but once you commit and lock in and really invest yourself in the characters, I think the storytelling is really, really well. Even though I bounced off of it, I still think that there's a lot to like about Trails. About Trails. It's cool. I did say barriers to entry, didn't I? Have I listened to Chase yet? No. It's later. That's fun. During mission accomplishment.
Does anyone want a Final Fantasy OST listen this year?
Does anyone want a Final Fantasy OST listen this year? I do. Do Final Fantasy 9. I like that. This is a bit of mystery and a bit of pre-planning. Even this is mission accomplishment. It's interesting. I would love Final Fantasy 9. It's not my favorite. Final Fantasy 9 is terrible. I definitely don't like the soundtrack at all. No, please don't do that at all. I don't know that soundtrack pretty intimately. That soundtrack sucks. Arc-en-ciel. Crystal Chronicles. Bro, I like all of them. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it'll be a first time reaction. Wow, this is nice. Wow. That was fun. What the fuck? I have not, Rondrix. That is such a random turn. What the fuck, bro? Stage play? Oh. Damn, that's fun. That was funny because it went from like the super doo-dee-doo-doo all the way into this big cool. Hey you at Trade Company. Okay. Dum bum 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 bum. I love how it's all doubling. A little bit of random dissonance there. Danger. It does sound like Toho, you're right. It's because of the very tight harmony. It sounds like it's in I don't know if it's perfect perfect fifths or something, but the way that it moves, because it's moving like this. You know, it's like that's fun. That's really fun track. Are you kidding? I enjoyed that a lot. Limit Break. Ooh. Oh my god, this track is insane! Dude! Dude, I love this track. Are you kidding? Oh my god, that I'm locked in. That is so much fun. Hey, thank you, Blue. I love your videos, and I just noticed that you use Twitch as well. I do, yeah. And by the way, music is life. That's why I like you. That's why you keep doing it up. Marco, you're awesome. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Dude, this track could be 4 minutes. It's a what do they say on my YouTube comments? It's a criminal. It's criminal. Why is that so popular in the YouTube space? It's criminal. But it's criminal. This track is only 1 minute and 40 seconds. That sucks. I'm gonna go back. Jesus. And the way it spins down to... Fuck, I'm going to listen to it again. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Expect more trails this year. Damn it, this fucking TTS. I have got to turn this shit off. I'm so sorry, Hydro. What a waste. 10,000 meatballs. Fuck. I got to turn that off. Can I turn that off right now? I'm so sorry. I hate that I tried to set up TTS with a really big... I'm so angry. I'm so sorry. Let me just turn it off right now. You're the 5th person that's used that stupid fucking TTS and it's never worked, and I'm mad. Hold on. I'm so sorry. I'm so mad. viewer rewards, power-ups, meatballs, manage power-ups and channel points. Shouldn't the TTS just work? I don't understand this. Stupid fucking Twitch. Shouldn't it just... TTS, 10,000 meatballs. It should just work. I don't understand this. Am I too boomer for this? I feel like it's surely it's a me problem, right? Surely I've done it. All right, I've turned it off. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. Skill issue? I will fucking come over there and I will do nothing, frankly. Hello, Usagihime-san. Kelly. All right, anyway, sorry about that, guys. I feel bad that people are, you know, redeeming meatballs and not getting their rewards. There was no pause after I said come, you perverts. Stop that shit. We're listening to that track again. I don't care. Shut the fuck up. 'God damn, it's so good, dude. Ba-di-da-di-da, ba-da-ba-da-di-da-di-da, dee-da-da-di-da, da-di-da-di-da. Eight-hour road trip? Oh my god. They won't let you fly? You're right. It could go on a shmup. You're absolutely right. You know what it reminds me of? You guys have probably never... I don't know if you've probably never heard of this game. Have you ever heard of Proto Corgi? It doesn't matter because I'm going to share it anyway, but I'm just trying to feel like you guys have an opinion. Just kidding around. Have you ever heard of Proto Corgi? Listen to this. It's called Imminento Destruction. So if you like that track, Limit Break from Zero no Kiseki, listen to this. It's a little different, obviously, but... I did not make it up. Proto Corgi is a corgi shmup. Proto Corgi is literally a shmup where you fly as a corgi in a jetpack. I'm serious. Listen to how good this is. Look, I'm serious. If you like that song we just played, you go ape shit for this. Hold on. It's a little bit different. Obviously, it's not the same because this has this brightness in it. Look. Look, literally. Bark, 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 bark. Bark, bark. It's really fun, by the way. It's like really good. It's a really good game. Yeah, it's like $7. Anyway, but don't you hear the similarity though? Seriously, like listen. Obviously this one's different. I'm obsessed with this song. Thank you for this. That's definitively the best song in this entire soundtrack. Even better than Get Over the Barrier, which is very good. But that track, I wish that track evolved and also was longer. That is so much fun. I will absolutely play that for a non-gamer. Demonic Drive. Hello? I love the lower piano stuff here. Okay. I think we might have another winner on our hands. I uploaded the Evangelion 16 through 19, by the way. I forget who asked. I like the isolation between the upper register cascading down versus the nefarious and serious piano. Hey Vanqui, how are you? Dude, this lower piano is fucking cool. Bum, bum. Ram, bum. Fun. Fun. I think it could have evolved a little bit, but that was fun. Inevitable Struggle, wait. That's the song of the Xenoblade. That's a Xenoblade. Yeah. Da da dee da 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 dee da da dee da 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 dee da da da. Sha da da dee da da. I like that. It's so charming. God, that's really nice. That's really nice. I love that. I love that feeling of power and gumption and, you know, hey, Abby, what's up? I was just about to send you a DM actually, Abby. Guys, if you don't follow Abby has a series on YouTube called Behind the Voice. We actually recently just did an interview together. And Abby's great. He interviews voice actors and actors and all the like, and he's a great interviewer. Really good stuff. There's a lot of really keynote, is that what the kids say? Really cool interviews with just very, very, very interesting people. Abby asks great questions, and he tolerated me talking at length about Indian food the other day, which I was like, Abby, you're in India? I love Indian food. Abby, I had Indian food last night. I had dal tadka last night. We talked about that. We talked about that. Remember? You know what? I ordered dal makhani, and they called me because I'm lactose intolerant. And he goes, "I'm so sorry. We can't give you that. You're lactose intolerant." And I said, "The fuck do you mean?" He goes, "No." He was like, "There's already butter in it. I can't give you dal makhani." And I said, "Fuck, I want a dal makhani." And so he goes, "I can give you yellow dal tadka." And then at first I thought he said jello. And I was like, "Jello dal tadka?" And then I understood he was saying yellow dal tadka. And I ate the shit out of that. I ate the whole thing. That thing, Indian food. When I go to London, you better believe that I'm gonna eat the shit out of some Indian food in London. Fish and chips? Pfft, no. I want some Indian food. Well, I'm gonna bring my Gaviscon. Man, I gotta say, almost 40. You got yourself some heartburn. You got yourself some fucking, indigestion. Don't listen to that sound. You got yourself some. Anyway, follow Abby if you like, cool interviews. Balloons and confetti. What? This is this track name. Wait, what? What did you just say? What do you mean East Memoir? Is that new? Is that news? East Memoir? Revelations in Salsetta? What is that? What is that? Did they just announce that? 6 months ago. It's an HD remake? What? You know what? Now comparing and contrasting, you can actually hear the similarity in the literally the tracks we've just been listening to. It's a port of the PS4 version. What is this? What is this kid stuff? I don't care about this. Just kidding. But you can actually hear the similarity, just for the record. Wait, wait a second. We just got done listening to Inevitable Conflict. Wait, Inevitable Struggle. Wait, what? Hold on. What? Why does this sound like... Wait, not only does it sound like Inevitable Struggle, but it also sounds like behind the get over the barrier. That's pretty crazy. That's cool. Anyway, I'm having a good time. I hope you guys are too. This is becoming a little bit of a deranged stream because I'm enjoying the chat's company. Anyway, Balloons and Confetti. I know it's the same company. Why is it all weird? Why is it dip? You know why? It's because not everything is as it seems. Oh, nice flutes. Are you kidding? And then it's bright again. It's a little bit of like, I don't know, bro. This could be serious. Harpsichord? Yeah. Sha-da-da-da-da. That's cool. Maybe going bald really did mess me up. Maybe this is what everyone's been saying. Chat, now's a good time to let you know that if you want to support the channel more directly, you can do so at patreon.com/MarcoMeatball. Every Friday, we have a Patreon listening stream. There's also a $10 tier where you can hang out and watch anime with me. This is me self-promoting, which I hate doing, but I feel I should do, I suppose. If you don't want to do that, by all means, hang out. Thanks for coming to the stream. Appreciate it. You can also check out a shirt here. I don't have that. Oh, I'm really bad at this because I don't even have that fucking QR code anymore. Anyway, the shirts are out. If you did buy a shirt, the shirts are available. But yeah, it's a nice community. We have a private Discord that's super chill. Feel free to come hang out, and it doesn't matter because who cares, Patreon or not. Like things keep happening, so we're happy about that. All right, Intense Chase. The double bass drum. Yo, 3 years, brother.
3 years, baby.
That's crazy. That's crazy, Nady. Thank you so much for thanks so much for supporting the channel for 3 years, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. That's crazyville. You're on a 36-month streak, bro. That's wild. Appreciate it very much. Probability of precipitation. I wasn't crazy about that song, chat. It was a little bit too boisterous for me. But I bet you probability of precipitation is going to slow things down. Oh, and you're a founder. Oh my God. I didn't even realize that. The evolution version of Intense Chase is considerably more ease. Oh, interesting. Cool. Okay. Probability of precipitation. I've played Trails in the Sky FC, played a quarter of SC, and started Cold Steel, but I don't have the mental capacity or time. But I will stream Trails in the Sky first at some point this year, before SC probably. Second. Da-da-be-da-dee. This is nice vibes. That's fun. Firm strength with some mixed meter. I'm surprised. This reminds me of low-key of Shala's theme, kind of. right? Oh, the Square Enix tour. Yeah. Did you get your tickets for the Chrono Trigger tour? Oh, yay! Get over the very roaring version again. We already broke this down earlier, but I'm excited to listen to it again. I've already played FC, yeah. Remember, this is selections from, not the whole thing. You like SC more than FC Remake? Wow. You know what? You know what I like about this is that it's such a singable melody, and it's such a fun and exciting and I think like it's such an enjoyable, like it's an enjoyable piece of like, hey man, like we've got to rally. You know what I mean? And I love it. It's actually really, actually upon further listening, it actually is more appealing than it's on its first listening, which is very surprising because sometimes you just are like, okay, I'm good, you know? All right, a light illuminating the depths. Wow. That's fun. Shabam-beam, ram-bam-bam-bam-beam, bam-bam-bam-bam-beam, bam-bam-dum-dum-beam, bam-bam-dum-dum-beam, bam-bam-dum-dum-dee-dum. Sick. Also the heavy riff in the guitar. That's fun. Arrival Existence. Wow. Well, okay, speaking of classical. Bye, Nate. Never mind. What? The pullback into, you know, it's interesting. The pullback into the harpsichord here is very like, this is the like the arrival of the villain, right? The arrival of the. Actually, no, it's the memory of, and then. Wow. Wow, I love that. Love that. so much energy in that. I love that. It's so much fun. It's just what a blast, man. It's a great piece. Ba-dee-da-da, ba-dee-da. Oh, it's so satisfying to listen to. My ears are a little cooked, so I have less and less things to say, only because I'm at this point I'm enjoying. I find that after about like 20 tracks or so, my brain just sort of like I can't articulate myself anymore. So needless to say, I enjoyed that track. I also liked that it was like classical, then it was electric guitar, then it was that fast tempo, and then it pulled back, and then it reset. It's fun. Okay. That was Arrival Existence. This is Advancing Bravery. Same idea with the theme there. Wow. No! What? That needed a... what? That was like quite the button. I think that could have used... Okay, that's fine, I guess. I wanted more! Damn it. Okay. New Day's Omen. That's nice. Oh, wait. What? Uh-oh. It's interesting that all the stuff we've done to get to this point, none of it has mattered because this is a bridge. It's a bridge to the future. Like, there is a resolution. There's a resolution, but it... not necessarily a good thing. Wild. Huh. Yeah, it really is like there is no finality. That's actually, it is a bridge to the next path, right? Oh, Azure is part 2. Well, that makes sense. And then here's a little gameplay trailer. I definitely think the music has a lot of heart. There's a lot of, personality in the music. That's the setting? Whoa. Oh, it's like a city. Oh wow, look at this. Huh. The court system is really interesting. Oh, you can do Team Rush? Oh my god. Tiger! Crimson Gale! Oh yeah, this Team Rush in FC. I don't know why I said it. Oh, in the remake. What? September? Oh my god, my brain. That's cool. My brain thought that that's at 2026. Yeah. So I mean, that was fun. I actually, you know, I really, I'm. Thank you, Hydro, for, of course, for, you know, having me essentially get an education on the Trails series via its music. Now, obviously, is all of it like to my liking? Not necessarily, but by and large, what's cool is that it's really fun hearing the musical storytelling through the music and getting a sense of like what the different sort of beats are through the music, which is really fun. And while I'm not necessarily playing the game, I have a lot of appreciation for them, and they're really cool. And I'm glad that I'm hearing it like in this context and in this setting, and you know, being able to talk about it and stuff. Obviously the back half of this, 33 tracks, I sort of didn't talk as much, but it was really fun to check out some of the remixes as well of what's it called? Get Over the Barrier, especially. But I cannot get over Limit Break and Demonic Drive. Those two are insane. Limit Break especially, I just can't get over this track. It's so good. Like, in fact, is there a remix of this? Would it be Nasty Children Hard Arrange? Okay, yeah. This is on the official channel. It is it? God, I fucking love that riff though. Oh my god. Wait, what's this? Oh, this is the evolution. Whoa. I don't think it hits quite as significantly. It doesn't hit quite as hard because this one is just like. It's because of the upper register, like going as high as it goes. Kind of, it's not only is it unexpected, but it also kind of digs in to go up. It's really fun. I can't get over that track. I love that track. Are you kidding? That is a delight. Well, in any case, thank you so much, of course, to Hydro for requesting this particular soundtrack. And yeah, as always, guys, I really appreciate you coming and hang out, listening to music, music you like, and hanging out and having a good time and chatting about music and enjoying it and listening to it and vibing and doing whatever else we're doing. It's a delight, a little bit of a video game radio, if you will. Tomorrow is our Patreon live stream. Of course, you're welcome to join if you're not a patron. That is at 11 a.m. At 7 a.m. I'll be doing the Wuthering Waves 3.2 live stream. That may or may not be interesting to you. On Monday, we'll be playing Fatal Frame 2, the remake that dropped today. And then next week also we'll be streaming the Bastion soundtrack. And either next week or the week after. And Crimson Desert streams will be happening on the 19th. And I'm really looking forward to that. So, is that the 19th? Wait, the 19th? Yes, the 19th. So feel free to come hang out anytime I'm live. I'm always live. That's my job. I enjoy it. And yeah, thank you guys. Take care of yourselves. Be super well. Super Giant Bastion. Yep, next week. Or the week after. It'll be up on the it'll be on the schedule in the Discord, or it will be it'll be a Thursday, either next or the week after. All right, guys, take care of yourselves, be super well, and I'll talk to you later.